Hi Virgo, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your December 6th to the 16th, 2021 money and career reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will be listed and linked in the description box below. Now before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. Let's let the bowls sing as we see what the tarot has to say. Virgo, December 6th to the 16th, 2021 Virgo, money and career. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels, and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. At the bottom is our rooted self. The left-hand side is our inner self. The middle, our heart, our emotional self. The right-hand side, the public arena, the public self. So let's see what the cards have to say. We have Virgo coming through, so we have ourselves coming through right at the root, Virgo. And then we have Cancer energy. So if we have Cancer within our natal chart or in our lives, these people are going to affect us more at a root level, so we might not even be aware that we're taking what they're saying so seriously. Also, if this is part of our natal chart, this part of our personality is going to come up as a very root part of our personality during this time, even if we don't think it will. So just be aware of that. We then have the Queen of Pentacles, us coming through. In the Minor Arcana, we're represented by the Hermit in the Major Arcana, by the Pentacles in the Minor Arcana, and that's quite powerful here. And then we have the Queen of Swords, air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So if we're born on the cusp with Libra, or we have air sign energy within our natal charts, that's coming through very powerfully here in our inner self. We then have the Knight of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. If we have fire sign energy, again, in our natal chart, that comes through very powerfully here, or if we're born on the cusp with Leo. Then we have the Six of Cups. Our childhood is coming forward in a very powerful way. And the Seven of Pentacles, interesting, patience. We have Judgment. And we have Temperance, which is Sagittarius energy. So if we have, again, Sagittarius within our natal charts or within our lives, they're going to affect us very powerfully in the public arena. And this part of our personality is going to come forward in the public arena more so than it's not. So let's look at the energy we need to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Oh, goodness. So this one right here, I love how everything's just kind of like dancing out in front of you here. Virgo, so let's look here, and we have Justice. So this is Libra energy. This is white page, black print, this is the way it has to be. And we're going to really be rebelling against that. The rules, the regulations, the stiflingness of things. We want things to be kind of more freeform, more free-flowing, and understanding of ideas and embracing of self and individuality. So just be aware of that. Also the fact that we're going to have some oppressing factor in our life that's going to be coming up during this time. Then we have our chakra energy, angels, and spirit guides. Show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. This is divine wisdom. This is the soul star chakra located 6 inches above our crown. And this is the fact that wisdom is guiding us. Wisdom is a part of us. We're actually going to feel like, oh, I know that, or much more in tune than we usually are. And that's because divine wisdom is such a part of us during this time. So at our root is ourselves. We are going to be breaking down barriers that have been holding us back. We're also going to be looking inward on what we really want, and what we really need, and how we really need to move forward. And I'm sorry if you can hear my nephew having a fit in the background, just ignore him. So here, there is a real sense of breaking down barriers and being able to move forward in a way that is right for us. And as we do so, we start to feel ourselves becoming stronger, becoming more focused, becoming more determined. And that leads us to really embracing our hearts, what our hearts desire, the way that we need to move forward more in a sense of faith in ourselves, not in I have to have everything lined up perfectly. So that's going to be very important for us during this time. There's also going to be a real sense of my heart can move me forward in a way that logic and spelling everything out cannot. It brings us to the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles is our prosperity, it's our success, it is our abundance. And this moves us to a place where we start to see what we are nurturing, what we are developing within our lives, how we are moving forward, and where it is that we want to be. As we're going after what we want, we're seeing ourselves more openly, more honestly than before. We're also going to look at, what isn't needed anymore. Think of life as a garden, because that's the best way to think of the Pentacles. We're ruled by what we're planting and how it's growing and how it's developing in our lives. We're ruled by this because we are earth sign energy, because we are so connected with the earth. And every gift that we are given is something that we plant and we nurture, or we kind of let go to ground and it doesn't develop on its own. So this is going to be a time where we're really looking at things and saying, what do I want to nurture within my life? What do I not want within my life? How am I moving forward? Where is it that I want to be? Where is it that I don't want to be? And it might seem like a lot of questions, but it's actually going to be everything that's aligning us to the place of prosperity, to the place of success, to the place of bounty. And it brings us to the Queen of Swords. It brings us to this place of cutting through a lot of negativity, a lot of doubts, a lot of fears. Now, this is the most masculine of the queens. So here, the Queen of Swords can kind of get a bad rap because of that, because she's not as nurturing and caring and maybe even loving as some would like her to be. But this is astoundingly good for business. We have two really good aspects of ourselves here for business. It's the prosperity that we want in our lives, the way that we're nurturing it, and also the nonsense that we're like, I'm done. I'm done taking this bull. I'm done trying to be what I am not. I'm done trying to make it all work when it's not working. And so we're going to see what our skills are developing, where it is that we want to be, what it is that we want to develop, and what's right for us. And we're going to be cutting out things that don't align with that. We're going to be looking at things in our inner self and saying, why am I still carrying this forward? Why am I still trying to fit something that just doesn't fit? And it brings us to this place of insight, this place of hard work and dedication, because remember, swords are a symbol of prosperity and of wealth. Swords are what made the noble class. The noble class was only allowed to use swords. Peasants weren't at all. That's why in art pictures, right, from the Middle Ages or depicting the Middle Ages or, even the Renaissance and so forth, you'll have peasants storming the castles with pitchforks and shovels and things like that, which I always thought was just, oh, okay, you're just amplifying the fact that they don't have the proper weaponry. But no, they weren't allowed to. And so here, that makes a very uneven match, first of all. And it shows the the discrepancy within things. This is what we're going to be eliminating within our own lives, feeling like we're fighting this great big battle against the world for our prosperity, for our place within our lives, for what we want, for our own success, and we're armed with a shovel while everybody else, has a sword, or, we're armed with some very inadequate weapon to be able to move forward to what we want within our lives. And this is a time where we're saying enough is enough. We're looking at how the world has trained us, we're looking at our skills that we're developing, and we're cutting through so much nonsense, so much this detritus within our lives, that we're going to see ourselves really moving forward in our hearts with passion and determination for what we want, for our careers, for the fire that gets us out of bed in the morning, for the passion that drives us forward. We're also really connecting here with our sacral chakra. Our sacral chakra is our creativity, it's our sensuality. It's also where all the negativity from this life and past lives are held. And so as we're moving forward, as we're lighting things on fire, as we're purging what needs to be purged, we're going to see ourselves, embracing who we are more and more, and starting to figure that out more and more, feeling more confident. It leads us to the Six of Cups. It leads us to this place of our past coming forward. It's like as we're charging, there's going to be a part of us that says, am I even worthy of this? Can I have this? Can I move forward this way? Do I get to have success in my life, or don't I? And so here it's the words from the past that come forward, the words of beauty and prosperity and love and encouragement, but also the words of anger and frustration and hate and, soul breaking words that have been said to us that make us think, no, I can't move forward that way. And we're going to see ourselves needing to be patient with ourselves as we look at them, as we see them for what they are, imposters from our past, trying to dictate and mandate our future and our present. And so here we're patient as we develop our prosperity, as we connect with prosperity, as we see the parts of our lives that are repeating themselves, the hurts that we're going through again, the doubts in ourselves that we're having again, the self-sabotaging that comes up because once upon a time we were told that we were worthless. We were told we would never be successful. We weren't given the opportunities that we needed, or listened to, or cared for the way that we needed. And so here with the Seven of Pentacles, we're being patient, we're being centered, and we're looking at how to develop what we want within our lives and how to really embrace what wealth is for us and how we manifest that forward. It brings us to Judgment. It brings us in the public arena, breaking out of the box, breaking out of the constraints that we were put in our life, the way that society defined us, the way that our caregivers, our parents defined us, the way that we have defined us. Our angels, our spirit guides are calling us forward and saying, why am I stopping here? Why is it that I gave up on myself? Now we're starting to see ourselves believe in ourselves again. Now we're starting to see ourselves become focused and determined and insightful. And that becomes the game changer, which brings us to balance, which brings us into harmony, which brings us to a place where we start seeing how we utilize our energy in a calm, peaceful, wise way that builds forward, that brings us to a place where we start to see connections that we hadn't seen before, where we start to understand things that had been eluding us. And it becomes a game changer here. This is a game-changing time. This is a time where we go in with certain kind of expectations for ourselves, the same expectations that we've always had. And we're going to see ourselves just shattering down that wall and being so incredibly strong, so incredibly determined, so incredibly focused that it changes. It changes the way that we're defining ourselves, and it changes the way we're moving forward towards our own success. So we're much more connected here with the sacred feminine energy, and we're going to need to build that up within us, connecting, meditating on the sacred feminine energy, but also meditating on that gentle way forward, but also that earth-shaking, earthquake way forward. The sacred feminine energy isn't just nurturing and caring, it is earthquakes and, and hurricanes. It is Mother Earth and all that it has to throw at us. And so here, there's a fierceness in us and to us that we hadn't seen before and we hadn't realized. It brings us to our subconscious energy to be mindful of, and it's the King of Pentacles. It's making money our only aim, and it's getting in our own way. It's also looking at people who are successful and saying, well, they have all the answers, because they have the answers that have worked well for them. And sometimes people who are successful are just very, very focused and a little bit cold. Like, If it needs to be done, it needs to be done. If it's going to save you money, it's going to save you money. And that's going to be it. It doesn't matter the emotional, value it has to anything. It doesn't matter anything like that. So here with the King of Pentacles, we have to realize that. And we have to come to the realization that our journey forward in wealth might not be other people's journey forward. And how people are successful is individual for them. It's not being foolish. It's not being rash with our money. We are very much seeing the interconnectedness of things and the beauty of things. But we are also knowing that people's path, that's their path. And we can't judge ourselves off of other people's successes. It moves us to our subconscious chakra self, which is the heart chakra, play. The thing with play is that we cannot play as human beings if we do not feel safe. And so if we don't feel safe, if we don't feel connected in our lives, we don't play. And the heart chakra here is saying, make time for play. It's so much more important and beneficial than we think it is. Make time for play, make time for the heart, and connect. It's going to be so powerful for us. It moves us to our subconscious rooted message. And that's the lovers. That's Gemini energy. It's finding the passion and love within life again. For ourselves. Spirit has said a lot during this reading, our way of success. And our way of success may not be like others. And what that means is that what makes an individual happy is very different than what makes another individual happy. Or how one person judges success is different than how another person judges success. And so here, it's not about the fancy house and the big car and, the gold everything. It's about the quality of things. It's about the beauty of things. It's about the power of things as we're moving forward. And it's the passion that we have to embrace this prosperity, to embrace this success within us. And it's falling in love with what we really want, not just the glitz and the glam of what we think we're supposed to want and how we think we're supposed to move forward. It moves us to our subconscious inner self. And that's charity. That's charity for ourselves. That's charity for where it is that we want to be. It's giving, it's connecting, it's being charitable to the world around us, but it's also being charitable to our hearts and our souls and how we are developing. It moves us to our subconscious emotional self. And it's the Three of Pentacles. It's guarding our money. And it's creating that warmth, that security around us. It's connecting with our dreams. It's knowing that there's a harvest here of prosperity, of wheat, of bounty that moves us forward. We're going to be untangling a lot of what has been holding us back, but there's also a wisdom to this time that we're going to be embracing. We're creating warmth. We're creating something very substantial, and we're going to see it guiding us forward in a way that we hadn't anticipated. We're also embracing the different aspects of ourselves, the kind of maiden mother crone aspect of our existence, the child, the adult, and the wisdom that we become and that we're looking at and seeing and really being inspired by. It moves us to our subconscious public arena self, and it's the Nine of Pentacles. It's celebrating a place of prosperity. It's not always saying, oh, well, now I have to do this and now I have to do that. It's like, yeah, I know there's going to be hard work ahead, but I'm celebrating my successes. I'm connecting with my successes. I'm celebrating myself, and I'm moving forward in the prosperity that I need, that I want, and that I'm developing within my life. All right. All right, Virgo. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Remember here that you have the repeat of the Queen. This is a very powerful time for us, and it's a time that we're changing the playing field. All right, so let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power and the prosperity of this time. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Virgo.